Welcome to a Football Manager 2021 experiment here on Boston United FM. I have set FM 21 running for 10 years into the future with the top tier of each of UEFA's top 10 leagues loaded. We'll go from the bottom up and see who's been dominant domestically across the continent. Don't worry, we'll check in on the UEFA club competitions as well as the World Cup and the European Championships too. Let's load the save file. There are 12 teams in the Austrian Bundesliga, however we can see that apparently only one of them can win the title. Red Bull Salzburg have won the title in every season so far, and even in real life they had won the previous 7 championships. At least there is a bit of variety in terms of second and third place, with the clubs from the capital Austria Vienna and Rapid Vienna fighting it out for the silver medal. However, despite their domestic dominance, Salzburg have struggled in the Champions League, not even getting out of their group once in 10 years. We have differing champions in the Belgian top tier, with Club Brugge winning 4 of the 10 seasons, including the first 2. Genk and Standard Liège are the other clubs to finish on top, with Standard doing it 4 times. Anderlecht only feature in the top 3 on 4 occasions, with their second place in 2020-21 being their best finish. If we have a quick look at Club Brugge's Champions League record, they did at least get through to the knockout rounds in 22-23, losing out to Real Madrid. Otherwise, they've commonly finished bottom of their group. We have a duopoly in Holland, with PSV starting off with 4 of the first 5 titles, but since then Ajax are on a run of 5 in a row. Ajax also got the one that PSV didn't in 23-24. Feyenoord only have a couple of second places to show for their 10-year record. Ajax have not made their mark on the major European competition, with only 3 seasons where they made it to the Champions League knockout stages, losing to Liverpool, PSG and Benfica. Lokomotiv Moscow won the Russian Premier League in the first season, but have yet to repeat the feat. City rival CSKA also won it once in 22-23, but the other 8 seasons belong to Zenit St. Petersburg. The Moscow clubs seem to be constantly finishing second and third though, except for the odd appearance by clubs such as Krasnodar. 9 group stage exits out of 10 for Zenit, with the other being 23-24, suffering the disappointment of losing to Rangers in qualifying. We have another country dominated by a single club. Benfica have won the Portuguese top tier all 10 seasons, with Porto finishing as runner-up in all but one campaign. Some good progress for Benfica in the Champions League, with several entries into the knockout stages. 2 quarter-finals in 10 years is a good record for a Portuguese club, losing out to Manchester City and PSG. Surprisingly, Ligue 1 in France is not a monopoly. In fact, Lyon knocked PSG off their perch in the very first season. PSG have hit back since, with 7 of the remaining 9 titles, but Monaco picked up the remaining 2. Still no Champions League win for PSG, losing in the final to Bayern Munich in 26-27. 3 semi-final losses too. They are edging ever closer to that elusive European Cup. Bayern Munich continued their run of Bundesliga championships in the first 3 seasons. Dortmund came back with 3 titles in 4 seasons, but Bayern have ended with a hat-trick. Finally, we find a Champions League winner. Bayern lifted the big trophy in both 26-27 and 29-30, the latter only being on penalties against Barcelona. The team, formerly known as Juventus, won Serie A in the first 5 seasons, making it 14 in a row for the team from Turin. Inter pipped them to it in 25-26 and 27-28, but Juve are still the dominant side. Juventus actually won the Champions League in 28-29 on penalties against their Italian rivals Inter. This came after a couple of defeats in the final to Spanish giants Real Madrid and Barcelona. Manchester City started off with 3 consecutive Premier League title wins, but have only won 1 since. Chelsea have won 5 of the last 7, with Manchester United winning in 24-25, and City's final title being in 26-27. Chelsea have won the Champions League twice, including the very first season, beating Atletico Madrid in extra time. They beat Man City in 24-25 for the second. With 3 semi-final losses, they've had a good decade. Barcelona forgot all of their recent problems and remarkably won the La Liga title for the first 6 seasons. Atletico were runners-up for the first 3, and Real Madrid have won 3 of the final 4 titles. 3 semi-final defeats for Barcelona in the Champions League, plus losing out to Bayern Munich on penalties in the final in the most recent season. However, they did beat Juventus in 23-24 to lift the trophy. If we look at the Roll of Honour for the Champions League, the only winner we haven't checked out is Liverpool, who won the competition in 22-23 against Atletico. London has held the final twice at Wembley and the Olympic Stadium, and Spain is the other country to hold 2 finals at the Camp Nou and the Bernabeu. Interestingly, no team has managed to win the Champions League twice in a row. As we move on to the Europa League, Sevilla have continued their good record in the Europa League with 2 wins out of the 10 seasons. Nobody else has won it more than once, with Tottenham Hotspur being the only English club. Both Milan clubs have lifted the trophy once. The new UEFA competition coming in for 2021 is the Europa Conference League. The first ever winners of the Europa Conference League were Everton in 21-22. Other English clubs to win it were Tottenham and, amazingly, Crystal Palace. AC Milan have won it twice, with the other winners being Rennes from France, CSKA Moscow of Russia, Athletic Bilbao of Spain, and Schalke of Germany. On to international competitions. France won the delayed Euro 2020 against England at Wembley. Holland beat Italy in 2024 in the final, held in Germany, but France regained the title in 2028, beating Germany in the final, but held in Italy. France added another World Cup to their list of competition wins in 2026. However, this has been sandwiched by Spain, who won in both 2022 and 2030. England came third in the last 2 competitions. If we have a look at the top scorers for the World Cup campaigns, Manchester United striker Anthony Martial was top goal scorer of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar with 5, but it was Belgian Romelu Lukaku with 7 in 2026. Portuguese striker Fabio Silva, still of Wolves, scored an amazing 9 goals in 2030. Now on to some notable players. Lionel Messi retired in 2023 at the age of 36 with 480 goals in 582 games for Barcelona. He earned 161 caps for Argentina, netting 72 times. Cristiano Ronaldo retired when he was 39 but moved on from Juventus to PSG in 2022. Overall, he made 703 club appearances, scoring an impressive 514 goals. You can also add in 209 Portugal caps and 125 international goals. After just one more season at PSG, Kylian Mbappe moved to Barcelona for an amazing £172 million. His record for the Catalan club has been sensational, regularly scoring over 20 league goals in a season. He's now 31 with 154 appearances for France and 81 goals. Harry Kane remained a Spurs player for the whole 10 years, but has now retired. He didn't score a league goal in his final 2 seasons, and his best record was 19 league goals in 2021. He managed 107 caps for England, scoring 58 goals. Another English forward to remain at their initial club is Marcus Rashford, who is still at Manchester United. Often scoring in the teens for league goals, he is now England's top scoring international with 76 goals in 165 caps. We'll have a quick look at England. And England's last game of the 10 years was a World Cup third place playoff win over Portugal. In the starting 11 was goalkeeper Dean Henderson, defenders Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James and Declan Rice. The midfield was made up of Phil Foden and Mason Mount, flanked by Curtis Jones and Callum Hudson-Odoi. England brought on Tariq Lamptey, Jude Bellingham and Marcus Rashford from the bench. Gareth Southgate lasted until the end of the Qatar World Cup in 2022 when he resigned and was replaced by Mark Warburton. Warburton didn't even last 2 years, being sacked after Euro 2024. Rafa Benitez took over for 4 years after the European Championships of 2028. And incredibly, it is Jose Mourinho that is the current England manager. Jose became Portugal manager in 2026, but left them to take over as England manager 2 years later. And there we have it. Jose Mourinho is still very much relevant 10 years into the future. But other things have changed. Chelsea are now the dominant English team. Mbappe is ripping up the Spanish league, and Dortmund are looking good in Germany. France and Spain are still winning the international honours. Kane never left Spurs until retirement, and it looks like Rashford is a Manchester United legend. If you enjoy this kind of content, please don't forget to leave a like. And for more videos on Football Manager 2021, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.